In the field of fire protection, there are certain codes in play that dictate the rules and regulations for what type of fire alarm system we're going to need, fire alarm systems, fire protection, and so on and so forth. Let's take 2 minutes to learn more about one of those codes, and that's going to be the IBC, what it is and how to use it. So when we look at the IBC for the perspective of fire alarm, let's talk about the comparison of the IBC with the other codes. We look at 72 and it is the how's it supposed to work, where is it supposed to go of the fire alarm. It provides us the information for installation, performance of the fire alarm equipment. When we look at the NEC, it's going to tell us all the electrical wiring requirements for everything. The IBC, the way that I think about it, is the when do I need a fire alarm system and what kind am I going to need. A lot of this basis, depending on the group, is going to be based off of occupant loads, what that building's used for, and there are other factors at play. But once you get into it, it's actually pretty easy to decipher. Now, if you're looking at it from the fire alarm perspective, you don't use much of this book. There's about 4 parts of this book that we really dive into for fire alarm. Chapter 2, definitions, anything italicized in the IBC, Chapter 2 has a definition. Chapter 3 gives us a better understanding of each of the different use groups and examples of buildings that fall into those use groups. 903 is going to be your sprinkler requirements, which brings us to the fire alarm system section. It's about 10 pages in the form of 907. Now, use of the IBC for fire alarm is going to come down to 907. You've got sections 1 through 6 with the majority of the time being spent in 907.2 because 907.2 is going to tell us the use group fire alarm requirements. The when do I need a fire alarm system based upon the group, and then what are the conditions that need to be met for a fire alarm? What type am I going to need? A lot of people get intimidated with this book because it's big. It's used for design and sales for a majority of it, but really, honestly, we utilize about 10 pages of this entire book as it pertains to fire alarm. Using 907.2 is very, very simple. It's alphabetical order. Every new section in 907.2 is a new use group, which makes for the use of this book very easy to find information, very quick and effective.